Hello and welcome and welcome and hello and hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Before we get started with the content, the actual body of today's show, I like to just do a little bit of a greeting, say welcome, hello, greetings, salutations, friends, countrymen. Lend me your ear. Can I parle at you? Can I talk with you? Guys, it is, of course, me, Danny Deals, your portly pal, your chubby trader. Just bringing it to you live and direct, bringing you the real deal, the straight dope, or dope giving it to you straight. Whatever way you want to put it, it's me. It's un poco mas. Forgive me if I have a weak timbre to my voice, if I don't have my normal baritone. It's a little bit of a head cold creeping up on me. It's actually getting a little cold here at night in Los Angeles. Got to remember to shut the windows, you big idiot. Anyway, welcome and hello and welcome. I hope everyone is well. Thel, Vladi Z, Graham Colstock, the great Graham Colstock, of course, Ed Fritz, my long lost uncle, Ed Fritz, and of course, everybody's favorite, Jay Money Not a Lurker. Thank you guys for joining me and anybody else who happens to be in our fair audience who stumbled upon Un Poco Mas. And we're going to give it to you, whether you like it or not, guys. We're going to get you that little bit more content, information. But, guys, let's talk Nio. Ticker symbol is NIO. Of course, this is the garbage Chinese EV stock. Everybody's, China's not real. It's uninvestable. It's fake. Guys, there's no arguing China's political system leaves a lot to be desired. I would like them to have more freedoms and all that stuff. But China is real. The government is there. It's stable. They have a massive economy. They buy from America. They sell to America on a huge scale, as they do with almost the entire world. So anybody who wants to bury their head in the sand and pretend that we don't have a global economy with global trade and that most of the components for any vehicle you buy are going to be made in China, no matter where they say that vehicle's made, Germany, Canada, Mexico, whatever the fuck. So everything on your wrist, everything, cupping your balls right now, those beautiful leopard briefs, that leopard thong the wife told you not to wear because you'd be laughed at in the locker room. You're like, no, honey, a lot of guys are wearing thongs. A lot of guys are wearing Uggs. No, they're not, sweetheart. Those are just guys on TV. He's like, nah, I'm going to wear the leopard thong and the Uggs and see the guys play like, honey, how'd you get that black eye? He's like, was it the thong? He's like, no, actually, it was the Uggs. So, you get what you deserve sometime. You make your own luck. So I guess the moral of this story is don't go meet the guys with the leopard thong and some Uggs for a poker night. But that really doesn't help you with your investing. Apropos of nothing, I've also been working, as you know, for many years on a trading system that works for portly gentlemen, plus size traders, those of us of somewhat generous proportions. And it's finally here. I'm going to be selling this course for a huge amount of money to my big brothers, but it's the Tebadaki method. It's actually invented by my great uncle, Nio Stock Headbandian, who they called him out of reverence and respect, the people who followed his system, and he taught his pupils, called him Tebadaki, which, of course, in our language is the one who's great with numbers. So, guys, I apologize. Once again, not enough sleep, and I'm actually trying to cut back on coffee, so I'm just having trouble putting together a coherent thought. And I haven't said a word about Nio, and this video is supposed to be about Nio, so go figure. But you know what I say, if you guys don't want to watch the show, you probably shouldn't, because it's absolutely useless, and you should have something better to do. You should be working or out trying to meet a girl, start a family, something along those lines, collecting aluminum cans, perhaps fulfilling your community service obligations, working with Caltrans beside the freeway. And the nice part about picking up trash along the freeway, and we've all been there, court ordered, of course, is they get that little outhouse on the trailer. So if you're smart, you could just like take a dump for like 20 minutes of the hour. You're killing, 33% of your community service in an outhouse. It's brand new. Things clear in my restroom at home, at least until Princess J got there when I was single. Anyway, guys, I don't know. Yeah, no, you were right, Deep Night Labs. But did you buy it? It was pretty quick. No, you did. I bought some calls actually. I bought some $6 calls for I don't know. I just sold them. That was up 113% or something. So yeah, I took advantage of as well. You were absolutely right. It was a total fugazi though, retracement. I mean, you could see they're buying the hell out of it. I mean, the whole deal with this price action, guys, was okay. Yeah, that stock was hanging around. China announces stimulus, and China has different ministers, departments. Some of them are, more hawkish. Some of them are more dovish, and so they make one announcement, and then people are expecting like follow through, additional, government stimulus, et cetera. In China, they don't. It doesn't go as everyone planned, so then the stock just crashes back. But if you look at the price action, it's totally mechanics. If you saw people panic selling, panic buying, once again, guys, I apologize. Got a little bit of a head cold here. Sorry. But anyway, so the volume is very, very uniform. Algorithm is just running this thing. So I don't know. I feel like how much can they borrow? How many shares can these guys borrow, honestly? I mean, yesterday net borrowing was 16 million after hours. I mean, they say the shares on loan are just under 400 million. It doesn't comport with my math, with what I see happening every single day. I mean, they're stepping on this thing day after day after day after day. It wants to run in Hong Kong on the Hang Seng. How are you going to step on the Hang Seng? Talk to him, Jeff Presley. Talk to these turds. Let them hear you, Ed Fritz. It's Alberto Bertie Aviles, the great Alberto, wielding the wrench with the force and sort of just brute, blunt force, the blunt trauma only he can bring to the moderator role in such a turd of a channel such as mine. Hopefully Tesla's success tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Nio always kind of moves a little bit with Tesla, but I mean, guys, let's face it. Back to my point of this video, Nio should not be trading in lockstep with like Xpeng or Lee. I mean, Nio is a very unique company. I mean, when have you guys seen the CEO of a small company with all these competitors? I mean, total nothing burger selling a few cars, but just a very unknown company worldwide. Not even a huge player in China. I know they're a big player in terms of the luxury, the higher end EVs. They're in fact number one in certain categories. So they are in batteries. So I'm not underestimating their importance, but I mean, in terms of the media, the overall optics of this, where do you see a guy like this attend like an hours long meeting and demonstration with the presidents of two countries? I mean, I don't know if you know. I knew I knew what the guy from Egypt looks like, but I didn't know what the president of Abu Dhabi looks like. And so basically, the president of the UAE. That's this guy, I believe, and then the president of Egypt, who is this guy. If I got him, I don't think I got him reversed, but if I did, apologies. Because yeah, the Egypt guy always wears a suit, so that's how I know him. Plus, he's bald. He's got that big head. Looks like sort of a Fred Flintstone type. Anyway, the Egyptian Fred Flintstone got that patented comb over, so he's doing pretty well for himself. But anyway, guys, so the CEO of Nio sits down. They form this JV with CYVN Holdings, who's Abu Dhabi, sovereign wealth fund kind of deal, and they're already own 20% of Nio, and then they sign this deal to make a JV called MENA or MENA, however you say that, MENA, which is going to go, local production, build factories in the Middle East. So essentially the Chinese government at all levels is financing Nio's growth inside of China at very favorable terms. And now you have another government financing their expansion into the Middle East, because you throw up these roadblocks and you say, okay, you can't come into America right now. It's going to be too expensive to aggressively expand into Europe until you can manufacture cars in Europe, which is probably not on the horizon anytime soon. So this huge other avenue for growth opens up, and you say, how does this happen? How does this happen? How does this little guy, William Lee, who was a online car guy, how does he end up sitting down with the presidents of these companies? And it wasn't just like a signing ceremony. They drove the cars. They went through the features. So they're also licensing technology. There's a couple. How does that happen? So we know how China works, right? We know, like, from Jack Ma with Alibaba, if you say the wrong thing, you get disappeared. You get re-educated. You don't have the freedom there to criticize the government or to make your own decisions vis-a-vis, international trade and relations. So why is William Lee here, meeting with these presidents? Who could have orchestrated this? Of course, the Chinese government. There's no one else. You don't think he okays this? You don't think this is completely pre-planned? I mean, I keep saying it. I've been saying it for so long. The Chinese government is in the bag for this company. They're using Nio as a vehicle to push a worldwide dominant battery standard, automobile company, the whole thing. It's a power grab. The government is going to push these guys to massive profit. Their rat holes probably own a bunch of the shares. Like, why are they borrowing 400 million shares to step on this stock? Who is this? What are they so afraid of? Hey, I think I love you, but what are you so afraid of? Anyway, no, what's going on, guys? Hello and welcome, welcome and hello, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Max Payne, guys, just for those of you who like to hear about this sort of crap, is $6.50. And the puts are coming in aggressively at $6.50. Now, in terms of volume, puts at 6, puts at 6.50, calls 6, 6.50, 7, even 7.50, but especially 6, 6.50, and 7. Just a ton of calls in there. Are they going to hold Max Payne? Options are telling you, everything's telling you, the stock might land 650, but you could say it has a gap to fill up. I just don't like to count on gaps. They're not reliable because they're all over the map on this stock because of the push and pull back and forth between Hong Kong and the US exchange has created all these artificial, just trading up there and then trading down here. So it's gapping up, gapping down like every single day. It's just not natural price action. They increase the volume over there. You can tell, like, the U.S. shorts, the U.S. bears are trading now on Hong Kong, and they weren't for a little while. But they got their shit together. They got their rat holes in order. They got their mother, and it's in my mother-in-law's name, Jimmy. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to get anything? I told, take it back. I don't care where you got it. Take it back. My mother-in-law. What'd you say? Like, I love that car. He's like, oh. I don't know, guys. The world's not good, fellas. I can't just take back the Cadillac. I love that car. It's my mother-in-law's name. Don't getting smart with me. You don't want to get smart with Jimmy Conway. You end up in the back of a fur warehouse in a refrigerated room that's there for no particular reason. It's like, Jimmy, why do you have a refrigerated room in the back of a fur warehouse? He's like, I just keep it there, keep it for meats, keep it for this and that, Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome and hello. I have no coherent train of thought, no point whatsoever to this video. Shocker, what else is new? But I did want to talk a little bit of Nio because the price action has just been like pretty insane. Got up well over $7. I don't know what the high was there, like $7.75, something like that. And then it's just, pushed right back down. But the news has just been bullish on top of bullish on top of bullish. It's not just this. It's not just the fact that they're expanding worldwide. They're going to have they're going to start delivering cars to the Middle East in Q4. And newsflash, it's already Q4. They're going to deliver a lot of cars next year, guys. A lot of cars. I mean, when you look at this guy, he looks more like a Chinese diplomat, Chinese trade ambassador. These guys are definitely locked in with the government. I mean, how do you set this up? Why don't these guys have their aides here, lower level people? Why not counterparts with technology ministers? Why not local companies, CEOs of their tech companies? CEOs of their, manufacturing companies, something like that. The presidents are here testing the cars in the sun in black suits with a goddamn gorgeous comb over. I mean, WTF. And I was like, what? And he was like, and I was like, I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, maybe if you're like Elon Musk or like Bill Gates back in the day and you're running a massive company and you're basically a celebrity and your company sort of acts like a nation state. I mean, if you look at Microsoft, like they have a huge role in like protecting the internet, right? They act like, I just got to stop saying right, like Canadian YouTubers, but they act like a government. They have this huge outsized role on the world stage that, they interact with governments at sort of the nation state level, protecting the internet, this sort of thing. When you see these big like things busted up in Russia or China, like Microsoft did this. It's like, I'm sure the NSA has a huge role to play. CIA, NSA, all, FDA, FBI, yada, yada, yada. But my point is, what is this guy doing here? How does this take place? I mean, how is it not obvious that the Chinese government at the highest levels is propelling Nio forward on the world stage so that they know somebody is going to take over this battery swap standard? They know it. It just makes too much sense. Everybody's going to be doing it. It's not just this, guys. And you guys should read this on CNEV Post. That's where I steal all my, Nio material. This guy's awesome. And Mr. P, if you haven't checked out Mr. P, I'm sure you guys have. He's that guy with the surprised face. He's just on every video. He's like, oh my God. Anyway, so the insurance registrations this last week were 4,500. So Nio 6,100 and then 4,500. People are like, oh, that fell. The bears are trying to say, oh, it fell from last week. It's like there's always that end of the month push where they deliver a lot more cars, and it's like a long week. I don't know. They got them working 8 days a week, whatever. 8 days a week, as the great Beatles said. So anyway, this isn't the only good news. So second highest delivery, Onvo already being delivered. We know about that. So Nio Partners, this is what's so interesting. Like stories like this are going to keep coming. A huge component of why battery swap is going to be the standard. It's going to be invaluable. It's going to be worldwide. It's going to be big. It's going to be bigger than TikTok, guys. It's because you're able to condition the batteries. You're able to charge the batteries at the appropriate level. You're able to charge them at the appropriate speed. You're not cramming this like 5-minute fast charge down their throat. So the batteries last longer, and they're also going to subject these batteries to periodic testing. So, if you have a Nio and you're battery swapping, you don't even own a battery. You don't have to worry about it. If you do, you're going to have to bring in your battery, have it tested by the relevant authorities. Like, this is your good buddy Frank down at the New Jersey inspection station. Like, I noticed you don't have your inspection certificate. We're going to need to go ahead and test your battery health. Come on down to the Department of Motor Vehicles. You might want to bring a pup tent and a cooler because you're going to be here a while. It's like, dude, who wants that? If you've ever seen Parking Wars, that guy, he looks like a puppy dog who rides around with like the African-American lady. I can't remember their names. This is the shows like during COVID, you like watching like late at night. You just can't sleep. Barfield or Garfield. Like, you going to boot that car, Barfield? He's like, yeah, I'm going to boot the car. That's our job. I'm like, ha, ha, ha. That's the whole fucking show. And then people come down, they wait online. They wait online at the counter to get their car back. They're just paying exorbitant amounts of money because they, most of them are just idiots. It's their own fault. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. Yeah, we're living in a society. You have to enforce rules. Part of that is parking tickets, et cetera, et cetera. But this show is just insane. It's like now you have all your information here, but now you need to hire a tow truck to tow it off our law onto the street. Like, it's just hilarious. Like, people are down there for like 12 hours trying to get their car back. They parked outside of like a McDonald's. What does all this have to do with Nio? Absolutely nothing. But this is just story after story. Power grid, battery health. So Nio is working with UK artificial intelligence software startup Monolith to test and improve battery packs in real time, with testing to begin soon in 5 European markets. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 markets. If you'd have said 4 markets, I'd have said, hey, non-story. 5 markets? Hello. Anyway, so they're teaming up with this company, test and improve electric vehicle battery packs in real time using its battery swap service. If you don't have battery swap, this is impossible. Nobody else can do this. There's so many things that follow that same script. If you don't have battery swap, X is impossible. So I don't know, guys. I got to run. I got a bunch of work to do. But that's basically all I had. The price action's been absolutely insane. It's recovering on the day, just completely up and down. Volume's high again, 60 million shares, but not insane. Algo's holding on, but there is some variance, and they're returning a lot of shares. Live short interest, so it's still about 9 million returned. Yesterday borrowed 16 million. Yeah, China's already putting this on, Ed Fritz. That's my point. This is going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. Nio's the only option. It's the only game in town. This is grouping this in with Xpeng and Li, which are just like hybrid cars. It's ridiculous. This company is going to be massive. They're totally unique, totally different. It's just, I don't know how people are not seeing this. They're going to be profitable within, next year and a half. They're not going anywhere. They get money anytime they want at extremely favorable terms from multiple governments. This thing is preordained from on high, from the Oracle. Jay Gatsby knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, SoFi doing well. Also, Jay Gatsby, very nice. Your beard was the omen we needed to get SoFi higher. God, your superior beard. I just got mine trimmed, so I'm feeling weak. You caught me at a moment of weakness, Jay Gatsby. No, everything's good. Everything's good. What's up, Jesse Milanese? Thank you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Are you buying and selling or buying and holding for Nio? It depends. I mean, I don't want to sell the stock in the 7s. I mean, I think the stock's going to 15 in short order. So, I mean, my calls, I just sold this like an hour after I bought them for 113% profit, but I don't usually day trade. I just saw, I'm like, this thing isn't staying at 598. No effing way. It's just, there's way too much buying pressure in Asia. There's way too much going on with the stock. I mean, well, do the math, guys. They're going to start delivering Onvo 5,000 units a month, like early next year. And then they're going to already be delivering Firefly. And then they're already going to be selling cars throughout the Middle East. I mean, this company is going to blow up. If you can't see that, in my mind, you're not paying attention to the evidence right in front of your face. Guys, the ticker symbol is NIO. The stock is Nio. The show is Danny Deals. The producer is J Money Not a Lurker. The moderator is Alberto Berti Aviles for all of us and the entire team here at Un Poco Mas. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Peace. I'm out.